Right, today's Variety Cryptic is called Hacked by Henry Hook. Let's take a look. How have we been hacked? Somehow, somebody got into our puzzle file and hacked one letter from each of the across answers. Luckily, we caught him before he did any damage to the downs. We have no idea why he hacked us. Can you find out what he was looking for? So somebody has hacked one letter from each of the across answers. Now, does that mean it's been deleted or does that mean it's been replaced with something? Technically, we don't know. It feels like it's going to be a deletion from each across clue, but we don't technically know. The downs appear to be normal. Well, I wondered about that, Arch. But where's the fun in making it easier for ourselves? I'm just going to do the acrosses first and then just not put anything in the grid. I think that's what... Do I... Chat, do you want me to do the acrosses first or do the downs? Let's have an awkward democratic vote. Just type in the chat whether you want acrosses or downs. And I'll start with that. Because I'm open. I'm an amenable person. I'm open to suggestions. Canyon says down. Arch says... we go to the acrosses first and not put anything in the grid. So it's a usual solve. Harsh. Good evening, Wayfarer. I hope you think downs as well. Well, I'm getting a lot of downs. A lot of Debbie Downers here. So, okay, in that case, just for you, I'm going to do the downs first and still not put anything in the grid because I can't solve any of them. Hey! So, let's do the downs then. Let's make it easier for ourselves and also get the paper copy. So, just to... Yes, so... these have got square brackets because in this publication, the convention is, if it's a square bracket, that's how many letters there are in the grid for you to enter it. So there's a 7-letter entry, but that doesn't mean the answer is 7 letters. So those are all the acrosses. But we're going to do the downs, which should be normal. I did, Katus, I did. I'm fully fine with it. I'm just finding the paper copy in case I've done a, let's face it, a Dan and misprepped it. Oh, is that next week's? Actually, that's 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, we're going to go... we're going to go across the universe. There's a tease for what we're doing in 2 weeks' time. Okay. Marilyn Monroe primarily performing after the French Oscar winner. Marilyn Monroe primarily performing after the French Oscar winner. I think I have one down. I think I've got it. I assume that this person has won an Oscar. In fact, I'm pretty sure. But what would it have been for? No, it wouldn't have been that. It's the one with Tom Cruise shouting at him. Go for one down. Yes, very true. Never rule out more than 0. It is lemon. Absolutely good work from Faddy with a lemon emoji. So le is the French, and after the French, we're going to put Marilyn Monroe primarily, MM, and then if you're performing, you're on. And lemon, is it the one where he gets shouted at by Tom Cruise? Is that what he won his Oscar in? Please let me know what Jack Lemmon won his Oscar for. He might have won more than one, of course. But do let me know what he won his Oscar for. And I assume it's Best Actor, but it might not be. It might be Best Supporting, Best Costume, Best Music. You never know. It might be very versatile. In state, nearly stop trembling. In state, nearly stop trembling. He won 2. Fair enough. And I assume it's The Apartment and The Odd Couple, which are quite... Mr. Roberts and Save the Tiger, you're absolutely right. Never heard of either of them, but well done to him. I'm sure he was excellent in them. If you're watching on Tuesday, by the way, I have had the aha moment for the video puzzle that we had last week on Tuesday. I had the aha moment with Matt Clemson about 2 minutes after us streaming, which is a bit irritating because it would have been nice to have had that aha moment on stream, but equally I would have sworn very loudly on stream. It's going to be a delightful puzzle, and it's going to have us groaning. But it's bloody irritating at the same time. Interstate nearly stopped trading. Haven't got it. Portable's got it. Going to move on to 3. In bodegas, in most bodegas, 15 for fruit. Oh dear, now is that going to be talking about the clue 15? And 15 is, of course, an across. In most bodegas, I don't feel like it is going to be that, though. But in case it is, just in case it is, good evening, Ruffle. We're getting there. There is no 7 down. There is only a 7 across, and of course we're doing the downs first. We should just do the downs only, really, and see what you make of that, Ruffle. Not possible. I'm going to move on to 4. Non-resident scene. Next scene wandering outside emergency room. Non-resident feels like the definition then. Next scene wandering. Yes. So it's an anagram of next around ER for emergency room. Go for 4 down. So I think that's too many letters. Extern. It's something like that. And it means someone not from the area. It's something like that. Extern or extern with an E on the end, which is why I put it there. External or outward. Or, that is as an adjective, or as a noun, a non-resident such as a day scholar, an outpatient, or a non-resident physician or surgeon. Chambers thinks highly of themselves. There you go. So it's extern. A former bird. This is an ex-parrot. Why is that all one word? It's because it's missing a hyphen for some reason. Rolls-Royces ridden by staffer for football team. Is this going to be an American football team? So Rolls-Royce, usually abbreviated to RR, I would assume. Ridden by staffer. Is that like an aide? Yes. Go for the pars for 5. Now, why is it that? Good Lord, he's heard of a thing. Dan has heard of a thing. So it's the Raiders, which... Oh, I don't know where they're from. Oakland? And it's precisely what Katus has said. Rolls-Royces, so that's RR, but with the S from Rolls-Royces. And it's going around staffer and aide. And it's the last... They've been everywhere. Who hasn't, Arch? Who hasn't? Originally Oakland, but now Las Vegas. Okie doke. One way to write the letter T with pizzazz. One way to write the letter T with pizzazz. Pizzazz is usually elan or brio. One way to write the letter T. But if pizzazz is like pep. Because it could just literally be the letter T. So T with a 3-letter word for pizzazz. Vim, energy, style, panache, that sort of thing. And it's going to give us one way. Yes. I've not got any food for tomorrow's dinner. And normally on a Friday I go food shopping. But that's after dinner. And I don't have any dinner for tomorrow. So there's a subtle flaw in my normal Friday shopping plan tomorrow. Might have to order in. Oh well, that's a shame. Stephen might have it. First letter, please. If it's T, I will be irritated. Am I irritated? I, in fact, have not changed my haircut, Catnip. I have not had it cut. I wanted to go and get it cut, actually, on Saturday. There was a massive queue at the barber's. I just went, sod this. Can't be bothered. Bought out again. This is the new Dan, the can't give a sod Dan L. Yes, I'll just... Yes, hungry now. Might have a barbecue pizza tomorrow. You are far from sure of this. Okay, well, we'll move on. You've marked your territory there from Stephen. And so if it does begin with L, he is correct. Mother recalled murderer as lunatic. Mother recalled murderer as lunatic. Now, is this going to be Abel, like a very famous murderer? Because it didn't. No, Cain killed Abel, so Cain. McCain doesn't mean lunatic. Good evening, Cootio. First letter, please. Because I've got McCain. Unless it's Ma and then recalled the murder. So it's Ma. And then Cain is the murderer. Cain killed Abel, but it's recalled. There's an important word there. Recalled, so it's going reverse. And then a lunatic is a maniac, and no muppetry was had. I promised crosswords and muppetry. Cruppetry. Perfect blend right there. State song written about most of region. State song written about most of region. Without the E. C-A-I-N. Yeah, the with the E would be the Michael. So most of region, so it's probably area. So A-R-E is most of region. Take off the last letter. So a song, a tune, or what states have A-R-E in them? A tune, an air, a ballad. First letter, please. Sound the fog. Oh no! Why is it? Is it a hidden? So it starts with A. So a song could be in air then. Arizona. Why would it be Arizona? Because it's most of zone. But, oh, it's aria. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I needed to get there. Zone is your area. For your region, but it's most of it. So we take off the last letters, take off the E, and aria is written about it. There we go. Nail not oddly found among many claws. Nail not oddly found among many claws. Not oddly. Yep. Okay, good. Yep, fine. Happy with that. Finally one that I could solve properly. Go for 10. Go for 10. And I will say clause is your definition. Nail not oddly. We're going to take the odd letters out of nail. So that's N and I. So remove them. So we're left with A and L. And if you've got many of these things, you've got lots of them. You've got tons. So put tons around AL for talons. There we go. Groomsman starting late. Gets home with black eyes. It's got to be a shiner. It's an usher. So the groomsman is an usher, but we're starting late. I ignore the first letter. So everything after the first letter, that's sh. And it gets home. So we're putting home or in. If you're at home, you're in. And you put in sh. Shiner. Okay. Let us align all the letters. Donkey eats most of harvest. Not this way. Donkey eats most of harvest. Not this way. Most of harvest would probably be most of reap. So R-E-A. So we're going to put an oaf. So R-E-A. If you put oaf around that. Ass, dolt, knit. Is it not reap then? What other words for harvest are there for 4 letters? If you harvest, you gather, you collect, you amass. Harvest could just be crop, of course. It's crop. Go for 12. I did on purpose. Yeah, absolutely. No 7 down. It's a cross, isn't it? So it is ass, donkey is ass, most of harvest, crop for harvest, but without the last letter. And not this way. We're not entering it across. We're entering it down. So it goes here. Bug turned exceedingly cold, that is. Bug turned exceedingly cold, that is. Now, there's a few things going on here. Bug could be the definition. And if it is the definition, then I want to turn exceedingly, which could be so, cold, and then that is, which is IE. That's only giving me 5 letters. And something or all of it needs to be rotated. But I'm not sure what. That's if bug is the definition. If it wasn't bug that was the definition, I don't know what would be the definition. That is feels like it would have to be that at the other end of the clue. And then bug turned. Bug could be annoy. I was thinking... is it insect? Which I'm going entirely off of. It's got a letter C in it. What about cicada? Not sure. We could, but I'm doing one full pass of the downs now. I mean, I'm fully in down mode. I'm fully down for downs. Something seen on Twitter has ancient city in a whirl. Something seen on Twitter has ancient city in a whirl. The ancient city is usually you are. Good evening, Alchemist. Something seen on Twitter. So a tweet, a post. Now, it could be a very cryptic definition of like a feather, be a twitterer being a bird, so it could just be a feather. But it feels like it's going to be a post or something like that. In a whirl. Is that going to be an anagram? Not spotting it, going to move on. 25. Old man, not married. Strangely quiet. Old man, not married. Strangely quiet. Old man could just be an old man, but it could also be your old man, your father, or your dad. But there's no M for married in either of those. Strangely quiet could be anagram of quiet. Not married could be single. First play. Yes. Was there ever pleasant discourse on Twitter, by the way, for 18? First letter for 25, please. Anyone and everyone who's got it, except for Ruffle. Don't need it from him. A. I mean, is it an anagram of old man without the M? But then that takes me down to 5 letters, because then strangely could be an anagram indicator. Second letter, please. Oh, I've had so many pauses with this one. Man not married. And then, okay, yes, there we go. Thank you. Old is your definition. Man not married. So man minus M becomes AN. And then strangely quiet. It is an anagram of quiet. Teak. For an antique. That is 25 down. Hunting dogs uncovered big birds. Hunting dogs uncovered big birds. Uncovered big. What's the uncovered doing? Is it a hidden? No. Penguins, emperor penguins are bloody big. Could come back to 26. I do not know anything about the Pittsburgh Penguins, so I make no size comparisons. New wife welcomes Georgia troops. New wife welcomes Georgia troops. Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah. I'm going to have to write it down because I can't quite visualise it. Yeah, that's fine. New wife welcomes Georgia troops. Bet she does. Go for 27 down when you've got it. And well done, Catnip, for getting 26. I've not got it yet, and I'll be coming back to it later. But new wife welcomes Georgia troops. It is a brigade. Your new wife, ideally, is a bride. In wedding terminology. Where's 26? There it is. Except I'm on 27. There we are. And we put GA for Georgia in there, so there's your GA. You get brigade. What Brig drinks in the summer is brigade. Goes wild. Over new stoves. Goes wild. Over new stoves. Is there an anagram of stove that means goes wild? Ovests. Is that a word? Ovests? No. Vestos. Stevos. Taves. Someone's not optimistic, Arch Davidson. Someone's. Goes wild. Now, I was thinking wild in the nature sense, but of course it could be like applauds, rants, raves, absolutely loves something. First letter for 28, please. R. Goes wild over. So maybe rants or raves or something. And then N for new. Yes, so rages. How about rages? If you go wild about something, you rage. Put that over N for new. Why can N be new? Is it like N moon? Like new moon? Where does that abbreviation actually come from? Anyway, new could be N. Put that in rages. You get ranges, which are your stoves. 28. New York. Okay, but is there? So I'm fully happy that new can now be N because of New York, New Jersey, all that lot. But I feel like we never used it in the UK to mean new in that sense. Like I feel like we must have had it on its own somewhere, but I don't know where it would have come from. I'm almost tempted to look it up. Flowery ornament fixed during routine. Flowery ornament fixed during routine. Chambers just unhelpfully says N can mean name and doesn't tell me why. Disappointingly. New. Nah, it's not going to tell me. Fine. Flowery ornament. Fixed. During routine. Routines might be a rut. Routine. Is your schedule? Is your flower? I want it to be like a petal, or a stamen, or just a showy bit of a flower. Is it going to be a hidden? I don't think so. Go on then, Ruffle. First letter, please. Another R. Lots of R's today. So if you're fixed, well, you're spade, fixed, mended. We do need it to be 4 letters. But if routine is rut, don't think it is. Wrote a second letter, please. You're just spelling out your name, Ruffle. Oh, thank you, Izamuk. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Yay! That's very kind of you. Have a lovely evening. Doesn't help with this clue, though, does it? Rota. Third letter, please. If this is an F, I'll have words. This is an F. Ah, there we go. Flowery ornament, like a rostrum or something like that. Mind you, your routine might be your set, of course, like a gig, a comedian's routine. Rosario or rosary, something like that. Next letter, which I'm expecting to be an A. It's there we go. Put it all together, and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Rosetta. So, first of all, I didn't know that that was a flowery ornament. Second of all, I'm a muppet. Third of all, it is set in rota. So your gig, not your gig, your routine is your set if you're a comedian, and then put that in a rota for your... No, that's your routine. No, that's interesting. Set, because set is one of those words that means 4 billion things. It means both fixed and routine, but the set is fixed, as in set in stone, set in place. And then routine is rota. Fine. Okay. Interesting. Which I love your upside down exclamation mark where it is for. That I've got it right for entirely the wrong reasons. 100% wrong. So, no? Still no? What? Tell me then. What have I got right? A routine in gymnastics is called a set. Yes. Routine in... is it not right? But a routine... So why is rote? If you've got it down routine, you've got it down rote. Because that's memorised, isn't it? That's what rote means. Goodness. A mechanical or habitual repetition of something to be learned. That's what that is. Good evening, Michael. So that means routine, and then fixed is set, and that's going in there. I knew that. I was just playing with you. Prophet lives, I understand, outside Iowa. Prophet lives, I understand, outside Iowa. Ah, this has got to be Isaiah, I assume, but I don't know how to spell it. A-I-A-H, there we go. Prophet lives, so is. I do not know how to spell it. Outside Iowa, I understand, is R, outside of Iowa. How the hell do you spell Isaiah? Okay, go from the wordplay. I understand. Lives is, and R. I understand is like R, and that's going to go outside. You tell me. Outside Iowa, which is the IA. So it was that. I just couldn't remember the abbreviation for Iowa, which I thought was IO or IW for some reason. But of course, it's IA because it's the first and last letters. Why the last letter? Who knows? So Isaiah. There we go. And that's a biblical prophet. In restaurants, you'll see a rare bottle. In restaurants, you'll see a rare bottle. I have a feeling there's a missing hyphen in the next clue, so I'm just going to check that. Yes, for some reason, hyphens did not get copied across. In restaurant, you'll see a rare bottle. Absolutely not a clue about that. So I need a short term for a restaurant that's only about 4 letters, because we're going to put something in it. It's The outside in the previous clue is referring to we're putting R outside Iowa. IA is the postal abbreviation for Iowa there. Not sure about 31. It's going to be on to 32. Old Asian coins. Transatlantic also. Old Asian coins. Transatlantic also. So it's going to be a name for a former Asian currency, maybe. And it's also going to mean also in the UK or France or something like that, somewhere the transatlantic compared to the US. So the UK, Spain, France, Portugal, Luxembourg. Here we go. He's naming places in Europe again. Someone stop him. Andorra. Now, coins could be an anagram indicator, because if you coin something, you invent it, so you move it around. So it could be an anagram of O and Asian. Don't think so. Poland, Italy. No, nowhere else. Can't think of anywhere else. Can't think of anything anywhere else. Got it. Sweden. Not going to move on from 32 and come back to that. I'm going to leave something to do for the acrosses. Try hiding in tree that's turned dark blue green. Why are you formatted like that? Because there was a hyphen there, and then for some reason the 6 got moved onto a new line. That's weird. Try hiding in tree that's turned dark blue green. So take a tree, remove one letter and replace it with G. So take dark blue, so maybe B for blue, or maybe indigo, I, and replace it with G for green. Is it a hidden? Because there's hiding in there. I don't think so. A try is probably go. Oh, indigo then? Because if a try... No, that's not in, is it? It's at the end, but a try is a go. In tree, so I need about a 4-ish letter tree. Yeah. Fine. No, not spotting it. I'll come back to that one as well. Good evening, Ratfinks. No worries. I never assume that anyone is always here. New England School planned to have introduced Latin poet. New England School planned to have introduced Latin poet. Okay. Is it going to be... Right, name some Latin poets. Ovid is the only one I could think of. I mean, there must be others, but Ovid is the only one. There's some people who make you happy when you see them. There's some people that make you happy when they're leaving. So Ratflinks, if they're just saying bye all the time and that's the only time you see them, then that would be the time that they make you happy. Hi, Ratflinks. So but we're only after a 6-letter word. So I want the New England School to be the definition. I can't think of enough of the Ivy League to remember it. Planned to have introduced Latin poets. So I'm going to put Ovid in planned, due or something like that. First letter, please. 34. Don't mean it, Ratfinks. Oh dear, I've hurt someone. Don't do that, Dan. Don't do that unless they fully deserve it. M. Planned, meant. Because the New England School could be MIT as well. Second letter, please. MIT is looking all right at the moment. New England School could be MIT. Planned to have. Next letter, please. A good clue from Arch here, because he knows that I'll have absolutely no idea on that one. That's perfect. Now, Latin could be L, of course. Mildew. Milton. Okay, so it's not a Latin poet, it's just a poet. Milton is a poet. So New England School, MIT. And planned to have is on. Someone use that in a sentence for me. I'm not. It's planned, it's on. Thank you, Catnip. Good. So MIT and on, and then we put L in for Latin, and you get Milton, the poet. 2 to go, and then we could get to the acrosses finally. Love Festival, framed by rising sun. Can be naughty. Love Festival, framed by rising sun. Can be naughty. So rising sun, so we're going to either have NUS, because it's going to be in reverse, or maybe sol, or star, but sol feels like it could be that. And that's going to go around whatever this love festival is. Can be naughty. Sorry, Curtis. Can be naughty. Like some trees can be quite knotty, some problems can be knotty, a back can be knotted, fabric can be knotted, love could be O. And then what would festival be? If festival was a really short 2-letter thing. Can be naughty. Don't know. So moving on. Give me back my award. Give me back my award. Yes, happy with 39. Go for 39. Give me back my award. I don't know if this technically works as a clue. It feels like give is extra. It's not doing anything here. It's just there for surface, and I don't think it works. Technically, I'm okay with it because it's a nice phrasing, but technically I don't think it works. Me back is EM. Is give me back also the same as me back? Yeah, no, it's fine. If we're gonna give me back my. That's what we're doing. We're giving me back my. It's fine. It's not extra. I can parse it that way. So EM for me backwards, and then my is my for the award. Right. Okay. Those are all the Shidanigan less clues. Let's do the acrosses. And just to remind us, 1 letter from each of the across answers has been hacked. We don't know what that means. Could be a deletion. Could it be an addition? Don't think it can be an addition. Unless 1 letter got hacked to be 2 letters or duplicated or something. So it could be plus a letter, minus a letter, change a letter. Something is going on, but we don't know what. We're told of people who don't have glossy coats. We're told of people who don't have glossy coats. So we're told, so it's going to be an out loud clue, of people who don't have. So if you don't have something, you're, yeah, fine. Go for 1 across. It starts with L, and it's going to be this version. So if you don't have something, you lack. So if you don't have it, you are a lacquer, and of course lacquers are glossy coats. In a way, Ruffle, you're not wrong. This fits better, but technically you're not wrong. Are we losing a letter? It looks like we are, but which one we can't say at the moment. Intelligence hurts. Well, that's smart. Your intelligence is your smarts, and if something's smart, that's smart, that's painful. This one we do know. We've got smats, so we've lost an R. Luckily, we caught him before he did any damage to the down, so I'll write them here as well, because it might be in clue order that we read them. But R for smarts. And he did it, folks. He did it, folks. He's put his hand on the can, and then he forgot to tell you about the can. What clue was that? Well, if this is 7 up, that was a 7 across. Not as fun as 7 down. 7 across. Steer a car endlessly around a Mexican state. Steer a car endlessly around a Mexican state. So taxi for car, and take off the first and last letters. Around, oh no, a car endlessly. Oh, I don't know my Mexican states though. And there's going to be an extra letter in some of this as well. Go for the first letter of 12 across, please. Let's see if I do know the Mexican state. Steer a car endlessly. Oh, okay, now that I know it's O, I know it's that. Now, why is it that? A car endlessly, so that's around A. So steer is ox. Steer is, so it's ox, A, and car, but endless, so no R. And that all goes around A, so it's that A there. And you get Oaxaca, is that how you say it? The state. Ms. Palin finally gives a cheer. Ms. Palin finally gives a cheer. Oaxaca, thank you. Oaxaca, thank you. Ms. Palin is Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin finally gives his S. Oh, so Sarah is the definition, is that right? Finally gives his S. A is A, and cheer is rah. Okay. And there's no S in there. Decapitate Sarah Palin. Right there. Host protecting America's #1 songs. Host, should there be? Yes, there's a few hyphens in this one. Doesn't like the hyphen. Host protecting America's #1 songs. So it's probably an MC, especially if we've got an M and a C here. Now, why would it be? America's #1. Oh no. No, why would it be C? If that C's at the end, you'd twerp. Can't happen, can it? Host protecting America's #1. So A for America's #1 because it's the first letter. And then songs. Okay. So if it was host that is just MC, the letters MC, it's going to protect things that we're going to put in the middle of it. Okay. America's US, go for it. Go, 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 go. There's a few people that I think could deal with a trim off the top. It is the food of love. Yes, music. So US is America, and #1 is the letter I for 1, and that goes in MC for host for music. And we're going to get rid of a letter, but we don't know which one. But we do know that is either U or S, and this is either S or I. So we know this is either. We know that's there for lacquers. So lac. So we know it's one of those two in each of those squares. Anyway, I apologise for mentioning politics. Let's not talk any more about politics. Let's keep it a nice politic-free environment. Hopefully there will not be any politics in this next clue. President was victorious, capturing those people in Paris. President was victorious, capturing those people in Paris. I'm going to need to know some French. So was victorious was 1. Capturing those people, but I don't. Is that Louis? L-U-I? Those or something? Is that what Louis is in? That's they. I need them rather than they, don't I? So it's going to be a particular president, sort of like not Clinton because it's not quite right, but Wilson. Did you have a Wilson? But then, yes, Wilson might work because then ILS. There we go. Oh, there we go. He's brought it all together. So one was victorious, capturing those people ILS in French, and the W isn't put on the grid. I think that's one of the harder things to know in French because it's a fiddly little word, and it's one of those words that I wouldn't know how to use properly in English, let alone in French. So that's a very tricky little word to use. Secondarily studied rock within reason. I'm going to go here. Secondarily studied rock within reason. Yes, me. Good point, Catus. Good point. Can you find out what he was looking for? So I know the first word, but I don't know what he's going to be looking for. But I'm not going to put that in, all that in, even though I think I know what the letters removed are. Secondarily studied rock within reason. So rock, maybe, so a type of rock, stone, something like that. Within reason, what's the reason? It probably end. All I can think of that is that, but with an extra letter, is Mordred from Arthurian mythology. Won't be that. First letter, please. Okay, good. Do we do this? I know the US does. Okay, maybe something US-y. Okay. Secondarily studied. So, like, is that like relearned or something like that? Second letter, please, for the answer, not for the grid entry, because you may or may not know what. Well, you may know what the grid entry is. M-I. No, the UK doesn't do this. Interesting. I've just been. I'll deal with Nightbot later. Well, third letter, please. That R is... Oh, okay. No, we don't do this. Minors. So we don't do majors and minors. We just study and they all have equal importance. I guess you could technically say French was one of my minors at university, very, very technically, because in our second year we had to study something that was not our main thing. And it only accounted for like 10% of our second year grade. But technically, I think that counts as minoring, I think. Everybody had to do something that wasn't part of their normal degree. Meteorology for me, French was not part of that. So that's going to be minored. We know what's going on. But I won't put it in yet. So minored. Phone about sportswear company. Nearly visible in skyline. Phone about sportswear company. Nearly visible in skyline. Okay. So Horizon, because it's Verizon, isn't it? That is the phone company or something like that? Or it could still be Verizon, couldn't it? No. Nearly visible in skyline is Horizon. 3 minors. Could you do more than 1 minor then? So, ISO. Okay, sportswear company is ISO. Never heard of ISO, but I'll take it. Or IZOD. I'll take your word for it. And the horn. If you give someone the horn, you phone them. Give me a horn. That's not how you use it. Horn is another term for a phone. So Izod minus the D because it's nearly. And take off that and you get Horizon. And I'm currently just regretting some of my word choices. Edit communist legislation. Edit communist legislation. So yes, happy with 20. Of course, keep, I think 5 letters. No, it's 6 because we're going to lose someone. And then once I realised it was 6, I could deal with it. Go for 20 across. It is a red act. So legislation is an act. A communist is red. Redact is to edit something. And I'm just going to go for it now. Now, may as well. Crossword can be removed from all of these. So if we take the C out of lacquers, we get AQU. Music, we're taking out the S. Minored, we're taking out the O. Horizon, we're taking out the R. And now we are redact and taking out the D, which becomes react, actually. That becomes... Do they all become... No, Muick isn't a thing. Munred. Hoisen. Not words. But react is definitely a word. Make amends. Early in the afternoon. Make amends. Early in the afternoon. So that's going to go... No, 21. Oh, right, fine. Yeah, go for it. A1. Okay, you've still got a bit of work to do. You've got to put a letter in there. Make amends in the afternoon. Go for it. A bone. A tone at 1. Early in the afternoon at 1. We do know that the T goes out there. So we got crossword T. What was he looking for? He was looking for crossword T. Don't know. Actor, formerly called Junior. Actor, formerly called Junior. Liam. It's good old Liam Neeson here, formerly called Nay, and Junior Son. We're going to get rid of the O there. I'm going to get Liam Neeson. The O has been taken. He will go and find it and hunt it down and kill the people who took it. Yes. Thank you, Digital David. Good evening to you. Sorry, I've been I haven't been able to do it. Just muppetry from me. Crosswords and muppetry. Croppetry. Country blend of citrus. Anagram of citrus. Yes, that's what it is. Anagram of citrus, and it means country, but not in the proper noun sense. Not in the not the name of an actual country. It just means country-ish. Go for 23. And also, hi, Digital David. Rustic. That's what it is. Of the country, sort of rustic. We don't know, technically, what letter is going to go. So, let's just put all the options in for the downs. Oh my, I've just read the next clue. Goofs around like unlimited sex with rubbers. Well... 24 across. Goofs around like unlimited sex with rubbers. Has to be erasers, surely. Unlimited sex. Take off the first and last letters of sex. So we're left with E. Rub and razors means rubbers are erasers. It's got to be that. But... Oh, goofs is ers. So goofs is ers, and it's like unlimited sex. But I don't get that bit. How do we get the ASE bit? But it is erasers. Oh, I forget that like can be as. Yes, you're absolutely right. So like is as. It's just the same word, very irritating, and I always forget it. And then E sex without S and X. You get E, and that put that in the middle of us for erasers, and we get erasier. No, we don't. We get erases or erasers. We're going to remove either the E or the R. Me too, Catus, but absolutely fine. Saintly name of poet describing Ireland selflessly. So it's going to go here. Saintly name of poet describing Ireland selflessly. So selflessly would be like without the I of Ireland, maybe, because that's like the ego. That's to remove the I or the ego from someone describing Ireland, but without the I's. So name of a poet, a bard, and describe means to write around. Here we go. So bard, but it's going to go around IRE, but without the I. So is there that? Where's the extra R come from? That's IRE or Erin. I'm very close. Different Irish word. So there's Erin as well. So there you go. The Erin. Take the I out of Erin instead of that, and you get a saintly name, as in a Saint Bernard. We know that the N's gone from that. There we go. Calculus skill acquired by sailor. Calculus skill acquired by sailor. Now, I don't know. Skill could be art. He's got the skill, he's got the art, he can do that. Tar. Oh, it's that form of calculus. Calculus can be like a stone, or or tartar, a heavy coating, a solid coating on something. So that is what calculus is. Skill is art, and it is hidden in tar for sailor. So it's art in tar. Tartar is a calculus, and we are going to get rid of one of those letters. Who knows? Yes, calculus means pebble. So T-A-R-T-A-R. Just all the possible letters could go there, basically. In Minnesota, shot to make great wealth. Can I have the 2-letter abbreviation for Minnesota, please? Because I know all the ones that begin with M are funky. MN, thank you. Shot. If your shot is your go to make great wealth. So I need a 4-letter thing. It says 5. It's got to be 6 to go down to 5. Minion. It's going to go here. So in Minnesota, so we're going to put in Minnesota a shot, an ammo. Mammon? I don't like it. You do have too many states beginning with M, yes. Is a mammon a thing? Mammon, wealth regarded as an evil influence or false object of worship or devotion. Thankfully, there's none of that going on in the world these days. Mammon, that is not a word I've heard of. So there we go. And we're going to take out one of the M's and just have mammon. Composer first to sport a cravat. Composer first to sport a cravat. Ah, that's true. True of which of the M's has gone. I'll let you quietly take one of them out and beat it up behind the bike shit. Composer first to sport a cravat. Yes, got it. Oh, what's his first name? Is it Eric? I feel like I want to say his first name is Eric. Go for this in the chat. It is Eric Satie. The first to sport is S, A is A, and a cravat is a tie. And he is a composer. We know that the A is in there, but we don't know whether it's the I or the E that is going, but it will be a vowel. Coarse, but also chic, wearing black and white. Coarse, but also chic, wearing black and white. I want this to be hidden somehow. Coarse can be rough, but also chic. What is that about? Wearing black and white. Noir, monochrome. Black and white is probably B and W. So chic is sort of stylish or arty. Boity. Coarse. It's got an I somewhere in its back half. Gotta come back to that. 38. Item displayed in part 1, clearly. Item displayed in part 1, clearly. Yay! You'll see why I'm clapping in a second, if you haven't already. Go for 38. And whilst you tell me what it is, bing! There we go, add 1 to the counter. It's a hidden, it's my favourite. It's hidden in part 1, clearly it's article, which is an item. And either the R or T is going. But we don't know which one yet. The Spanish general, disguised as a woman, question mark, returned and used mouthwash. Okay. Is it going to be swill? I'm just trying to think what you do with mouthwash. Swill, rinse, gargle. So gargled. I'm just going for all the 7-letter things that I'll work it out in a minute. So the Spanish is L. Well, it's in both of those. General could be G. Disguised as a woman, drag. So it in drag. It's gargled. That's what it is. So it's EL for the Spanish, G for general, all in drag, and it's all backwards, returned, and used mouthwash is gargled. And so it's going to be gaggled. We're losing the R there. An Eastern soldier who's lost shows weakness. An Eastern soldier who's lost shows weakness. Yes, fine. Yes. Yes, it's an entirely good cromulent point there. An Eastern soldier who's lost shows weakness. Not sure. We're going to come back to that. Nothing's really coming to mind for that. Test Rocky beside ring for fight. So this, based on the letters here, is set 2. The hyphenated was doing a lot of work for me there. So test Rocky, anagram of test, because Rocky is your anagram indicator beside ring, the letter O, and that is a fight, a set 2, and the S is definitely gone from that. Very bad, just to go topless. Very bad, just to go topless. So just could be fair or only, and then we're going to take the first letter off of that, but it's got to be 6 letters long, and then we're going to take off something, and then it's going to mean very bad. A hard disagree with 43. Interesting. Don't quite know what you mean. Oh, it's in lights going around topless. Fair. I do notice we don't see you on your stream, Ruffle. Go for the first letter, please, for 43. Very bad. So, it begins with A. Just, which is fair. Second letter, please. Ooh. lawful. If something is just, it is lawful. Take off the first letter from lawful. You get awful, which is very bad. And we can put most of the things in, but not that one there. Seldom confused with posers. Seldom confused with posers. Happy with 44? Go with 44. A straightforward one, finally. It's an anagram of seldom, and it means posers. Go for it. Go, 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 go. Can't type. Too excited. Models. Those are your posers. May I present to you the origin of your unorthodox ideas? That's good. Okay. May I present to you? Here's Johnny. So, may I present to you Johnny? And the origin of your is why, and your unorthodox ideas is heresy. So one of the E and the R is going there, and then heresy fills out there, but we don't know which one there yet. Seems Ken is in distress. One's resigned to feel this. This is an anagram of seems Ken, and that must be meekness. And I almost spelt it right that second time. Anagram of seems Ken. M has to go there. Oh, in fact, we're just missing an S, aren't we? Meekness. But which one? I'll let you decide. So that's everything. Let's go back down the downs now. In state, nearly stop trembling. This must now be a quiver. Because if you're trembling, you are a quiver. Now, why is it that in state, which is aver, nearly stop, quit without its last letter? Oh, can that be eakness? No, because we're... what letters did we have here? Oh, no, we're given that end there. No, that forces that. That forces that. But we don't know about this bit. No, we know about... No, we know that. We know it's fine. Fine. Making me doubt myself. I'm good at that. So it's quit, minus the last letter in aver. In most bodegas, 15 for fruit. Ha! Okay, so it's a type of fruit, and it's 15 in Spanish. Is that right? In most bodegas, so 15 in Spanish, because bodega is a Spanish word, so a Spanish shop. Though bodega in New York wouldn't quite be that, but anyway, yes, I think it must be that. And how is it said in Spanish? Quince? Quince? Don't know how it's said, but there we go. That will work. One way to write the letter T with pizzazz. Now, someone, Stephen, I think, said it began with an L. So why would it be lash? One way. Oh, okay. Yeah, dash. There you go. So it's you can write the letter T with one dash. In Morse, it's the letter that is one dash. In Dorse, E is one dot, T is one dash, and if you've got pizzazz, you've got dash. Good. 13. 13. Okay. Bug turned exceedingly cold. That is. So that is going to be IE. It's got to be cootie, hasn't it? That's a bug. Turned exceedingly cold. Too cold. So 2 is exceedingly, C for cold. That's all backwards. And then IE for that is, id est in Latin. There we go. 18. Oh, good luck. If it's got in it, it's there. But if this was a U, this would leave this to be not defined, not strictly defined. And this crossword, he's going to use the law of uniqueness, friends, wouldn't do that. So therefore, the U is missing from this. Do I do this? He does it in lowercase. Because if the U was there, that could be S or T, and it's not going to happen. So I think rustic is going to lose its U. Does that look good? Maybe. But I think it's a fair thing to expect from a crossword to not have to guess at this point. Something seen on Twitter has ancient city in a world. Do we have this for 18 down? Anyone got 18? Something seen on Twitter. Good evening, Liari. Oh, have you got an independent recommendation for me, Liari? Good evening. Hope you're doing all right. Ancient city in a whirl. Don't know what the ancient city is. There's no space to put. Eccles was yesterday, so that is the 25th. Okay, well, come back to it when we've got some more letters then. 26. Where are we? Is 26 down. 26 down is here. Hunting dogs uncovered big birds. I was thinking it might be hounds or something like that, but I don't know. First letter, please, for 26. Go for it, Catnip. First letter, please. E. Ha! Yeah, go for it. Go, go, go. Yeah, I got it. It's a word for big... it's a word for dogs. Take off the first letter. It's a word for birds. Bird. Bird is the world. It's eagles that come from beagles. So this gives erasers here, and we now know that we can put an R in here. An A for here, so we know that there's that there, but we don't know these yet. The law of uniqueness is going to strike again. If that was an A, we wouldn't know what that is. So it's R and T. So Tartar, he says, putting it in lowercase, he's slightly scared, is missing an A. Oh, crossword tournament. Works for me. Maybe not. Oh, that's true. You don't know if but if it that's the uniqueness thing. If this was A, this could be R or T that goes. So it has to be the A that goes, and also it works with tournament. So and hello, Longy. Hello to you. So if I put an A here, then it could be the R or the T that goes from here, and that's not unique. And the only thing that's disambiguating is this, and I'm not happy with that. So I'm saying that it has to be the T that goes here, and the R must go there, and the A therefore goes here. Also, I know this is a T because I have just solved 18 down. That T helped me get it. It's the same logic as what I used for this bit, and that is an S there, thinking about it. Good. So this 18 down is a hashtag. It's something seen on Twitter. It's got to be the hashtag. So let's go to that clue. So why is it hashtag then? Something seen on Twitter, hashtag. Has is has. Ancient city in a whirl. Is there a Gath? Is there a Gath that is an ancient city? Because they're not one that I've heard of. Hashtag, though. That's the only thing I can think of. Gath is a reasonable shape of a word. It is in Collins. Old Testament, one of the 5 cities of the Philistines. So yes, there you go, an old city. Also in Indian music, the second and usually final section of a raga, but we know that, but it's the other definition that we're more interested in here. 31. Okay. In restaurants, you'll see a rare bottle. Or is it a carafe? Now, so cafe is your restaurant. You'll see A for A and R for rare, and that is a type of bottle. Okay, that does a lot of work. So we have here Sati, we don't know yet. But article is missing its T. Awful is missing a W. And heresy is missing an R. Oh, there's another letter there. It's going to be crossword tournament answers. Is that what we need? He needs. That's why you hack. You find the answers for the tournament. I think that's where we're going. Crossword tournament answers. I think that's where we're going. 32. Oh, okay. Old Asian coins. Transatlantic also. Something sounds. It's. I've got the word tierce, Tierce, in my head, which it clearly isn't, but that's what's currently confusing me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it's... no! Oh! It's going to be that, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, it's that. That's a very... Yeah, it's a hidden. It's my favourite. It's a hidden. Putting the counter back down to 0. Tickles. Yes. You shouldn't... so I'm assuming it's a coin, by the way. Is that what it is? Tickles. An obsolete Siamese silver coin equal to about a rupee. So that's what that is. And you should never put one in an exam because you get horrendous results. You should never do it. You should never test tickles. 33 down. Try hiding in tree that's turned dark blue-green. I'm going to run away. Pretend I didn't say anything. Thank you. I love the delayed reaction. It's like... like a tsunami of grief returning upon the shore. Oh dear. Try hiding in tree that's turned dark blue-green. I don't know what's going on here. Antipodes disagrees, but what with? Please be more specific. Have I got something wrong? Because I don't think anything with that last clue is wrong. Just disagree with me in general is fair though. Anyone got 33? Because if so, a hint would be lovely for this. I'll give that a few seconds to see if anyone has it. Okay. Second letter, please, then, Arch. Good answer. It's not... Oh, I see. Ah, okay. Of course. Ah, if that's an A and R, there's nowhere to put go in. Starts my... Try. Hiding in tree that's turned dark blue-green. Oh, don't. Oh. Oh dear. This isn't going well. Myrtle is a tree. Here we go, finally. Why would it be this? Tree is elm. And try is literally hidden backwards in elm. So try, hiding in tree, which is elm, that's turned. There you go. And myrtle must be another name for a dark blue-green colour. Just one that I hadn't heard of. It's also the lesser periwinkle. That doesn't help me. Thank you, Oxford Dictionary of English. And none of the... Yes, finally. Myrtle green. Myrtle green is a shape of deep green like that of myrtle leaves. So it can be used as a colour. Basically anything can be a colour of the thing it represents. So that is an R, so we're getting rid of the A in gargled. TL, we're getting rid of the E in models. That is good. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, Myrtle Beach, named after the horrendous water. Love Festival. Framed by rising sun can be naughty. Love can be O. Is it going to be noodles? No. Festival. Framed by rising sun. So it is just going to be sun for sun then. Can be naughty. Is it something needus, not noduous, something like that? A festival is a do? Festival is a... Oh, I'm not adding a letter in this now. I'm not... What is that a word? It's a word. Woof! Full of knots. Knotty. From the 17th century. I don't like it. No. So how does that work again? So love is O, a festival is a do in sun backwards. And it means can be knotty. Ugh. Okay. Back to the top again. Anything that we've missed? Sati, we now know there's an E here. We know that this needs to lose an N for tournament. 37. Coarse, but also chic, wearing black and white. Dainty? No. But also chic, wearing black and white. Why didn't I put in eagles? Why did I not? I just decided not to put it in. So grainy then? Because we need to add an N. So if something is coarse, it's grainy. If something is chic, it's in. Wearing black and white, which is grey. Nice. So it's in grey for grainy. Good. And I would want an N to come out of this one. An Eastern soldier. Is it that? Because that just looks like an enema. Which doesn't feel right. An enema doesn't feel right. Writing that down. You know, Roffle, you know what I'm going to be talking when it's coming your way. An Eastern soldier who's lost shows weakness. Soldiers who's lost. Oh, anemia. Is that how you... Yeah, because we would have an A-E-M-I-A. I think we put an extra A in for no good reason in the UK. So an Eastern soldier who's lost... So Eastern is E and soldier who's lost is M-I-A. Okay, nothing is returning in this. It's An is An, E for Eastern, soldier who's missing is M-I-A, anemia. There we go. And we're moving the N... Yeah, from up here. Is that everything? I feel like there's still at least one clue that we've got to go. Was that everything? Well, that's everything. Well done, everyone. Henry Hooked has hacked us. Why has he hacked us? He's hacked us for crossword tournament answers. You're not getting any of those from me, my friend, but that is hacked by Henry Hook.